All right. Can you guys hear me? I'm not sure because the phone is like flipped on right now. But we're gonna we're gonna talk about. Can you guys hear me? Right? MTG Finance 2023. But before that, hold on. Just wait. I gotta get this. Still here. Don't worry. I'm right here. I gotta be prepared for this. All right. So, woo. All right. MTG Finance. There you go. I gotta. Woo. Gotta be. Should have brushed my hair, right? But I got the suit. I got the suit because I wanna at least look professional, right? Even though I don't know what I'm talking about MTG Finance 2023. All right, so what do we know about MTG Finance 2023? Broken record, MTG Finance. Everyone's been talking about it. It's a broken record. I don't even know what to add to it, but as a TCG player seller, what I noticed for over a year now, right? We're gonna go ahead and start with. I can't see the comments, so I have a separate iPad here. So if you guys like say anything, there's probably a delay. But we're gonna start with definitely sealed market, MTG Finance sealed. It's dead. Like as of right now, I'm not saying like don't invest or don't collect or something like that. All I'm saying is right now, nobody's talking about hoarding like boxes and boxes of like standard or even like the modern boxes, like the collectors or things like that. But more on that later. So as far as sealed, forget about sealed, right? There's nothing in sealed market. So the biggest thing in MTG Finance right now is basically, I got my notes over here because I'm, gotta be prepared, right? Gotta be prepared for this. It's definitely the biggest word I got. Where's my pen? The biggest word I noticed for MTG Finance is definitely liquidity. Boom. Liquidity. That's the most important thing right now in MTG Finance 2023 is liquidity. Yeah. The thing with liquidity is no matter what it is, reserve list, standard, modern, pioneer, no matter what happened to your collection, things like that, all the cards, if you're buying into collecting and things like that, the most important thing you have to take notes is definitely your cards that you're buying, collecting is definitely liquid. Gotta be liquid. So that's the very beginning. And then all those 3 to 5 years of like holding sealed boxes or like reserve list things, the very thing that you need to talk, that the most important thing is definitely liquidity. And as far as that, more on this liquidity thing is staying in the market. You gotta be active. I gotta write it down. It's important. You gotta be active in the market. All right, active. You gotta be active all the time. You gotta be like on top of all the news on what's happening. Damn, it's like bothering me, man. Like my hair is like crazy. Even though like I just took a shower, right? So gotta be professional, right? You gotta be active in the market. Stay on top of the news on like what's the hot cards. There's like a big tournament. There's like a pro tour. There's like this new leak that happened, and there's like boom. There's like one card. It's like 10 cents, and now it's like $10, right? So you gotta be active. So liquid. You gotta stay liquid, and then forget about the 3 to 5 years, even though like it might, you know, it's kind of like the same thing as like staying active in the market, but at the same time, you gotta be like paying attention on all the what's happening in Magic. So now that we lay down all that, now we're gonna start with the whole Mtgfinance for 2023. And then this is big. This is big, all right? Commander is king. Nothing's gonna compete in that. All right? Commander is king. So you gotta pay attention on like the news about the new commander that's coming out in Lord of the Rings. Pay attention on that one. And then Commander Master. So there's a reason why all these slivers, all of these Eldrazi cards that are like popping up, because like there's gonna be a new commanders coming out in Commander Master. So Commander is going to be king. And then also, I gotta write this down. All right, this is very important. So you gotta pay attention. All right. Reprinted cards. Reprinted cards. Boom. Reprinted cards. Everything that's going to be a reprint. There's going to be another, I don't know, Dockside Extortionist, Demonic Tutor, Cyclonic Rift, Force of Will. All of these reprinted cards. There's going to be many players that cannot afford those expensive cards. Now they're going to be affordable. So now that it's affordable for them, what they're going to do, they're going to make decks. So now those decks will move. So now, I think I should put like liquid over here. Liquid. Now, all those cards that you bought and collected, now they become liquid. So that's like the word today. Is going to be liquid. Alright. Steve snatching up heavily played reserveless playsets. Cheap. The difference in print run all Vars Carpet Legends versus Lord of the Rings set Wild. Huh? Okay. So you're basically trying to get all we're gonna talk about more on the reserve list later, okay? But that's a good one. Reserve list. Very important to talk about reserve list in Mtgfinance 2023. Okay? So now that we finished all the reprinted cards, now we're gonna talk about the staples. Holy moly. Staples in Commander. You gotta talk about the staples. Okay? Staples in Commander. Oh boy. Almost every staples. I kid you not. I have, like I said, I sell a lot of the cards on Tcgplayer. Every single staple in Commander. Soul Ring, Arcane Signet. Let me see. What Mind Stone. What else? I don't know, man. You got like fetch lands, things like that. They're all staples. What they are is liquid. We're talking about 2023, okay? 2023. And you know what? I'm going to tell you guys a secret, okay? I'm going to tell you guys a secret. And I'm pretty sure you guys noticed this already, okay? I call this the Cavern of Soul. Is that what it is? Cavern of Souls, right? Cavern of Souls effect. Cavern of Souls effect. Boom. Cavern of Souls effect. All right, 2023. Now, check this numbers. All right, check this numbers. This is no joke. Cavern of Souls effect. How many variants of Cavern of Souls? Good answer. 7. 7 variants of Cavern of Souls with the foil, all the etch, expedition. And how much is Cavern of Souls right now? You got it. $50, $40 to $50. Oh, $40 to $50. Still, $40 to $50. We're talking about staple now. So if you have Cavern of Souls, and this came out in Avacyn Restored, right? Avacyn Restored, that's like years and years ago. If you have Cavern of Souls, it's still $40 to $50. Why? Because it's a staple and it's tribal. Anything tribal in Commander goes back to liquid. So you have 20 Cavern of Souls and you held it for like years and years. That's a good choice. $40 to $50 still. Now, what they call this, another card, you guys know this, for sure. And this is going to be the Tarmogoyf effect. Tarmogoyf effect. Boom. Tarmogoyf. Alright? How many Tarmogoyf variants is out there? You got it? Good answer. 8. There's 8. There's probably more. Alright, so how much is the Tarmogoyf nowadays? It didn't even hit $20, so it's probably, let's just put even $20. Let's put $20 for Tarmogoyf. Okay? $20. Used to be like $100, man. $100. But what's lacking with Tarmogoyf? What is lacking with Tarmogoyf? Even if there's like eight of them. Well, this is a factor too because there's a lot of variants. But imagine if Tarmogoyf is a staple in Commander. That's not going to be $20. Even if there's 8 reprint or variants. Just like Cavern of Souls. Alright? But it's not a staple, so that is why it's freaking $20. Now, another card. Boom! Liliana. Liliana of the Veil. Liliana of the Veil, folks. Alright. How many variants? Boom! There's probably more, but I think there's like 8. Okay? There's 8 Liliana of the Veil. I'm pretty sure there's more. How much is Liliana of the Veil? Correct again. $20. Alright, $20. What's lacking in Liliana? Boom, you're right again. It's not staple in Commander. Like I said, Commander is king, right? Commander is king in Mtgfinance 2023. Okay? Liliana of the Veil, not a staple. In Commander, $20. 8 variants. So now, a very interesting one is this. Oh boy, it's going to be interesting. And let me know if you guys can hear me or I'm just like babbling over here and there's probably like no sound. So let me know if you guys can hear me, alright? Fetch lands. Oh boy. Fetch lands, my friend. Fetch lands. Alright. Now, this is going to be very interesting. Why? Because fetch lands, you're right, it's a staple. Alright? Fetch lands is a staple in Commander. Staple in Mtgfinance. Even today, it's a staple. But how much is like a fetch line right now. I just looked at Verdant Catacomb. Let's just say $20 average. Although like Marsh Flats and Arid Mesa, they're like, you know, probably less than, I don't know, like $10. It's crazy. Marsh Flats and Arid Mesa is like $10. But fetch lands, it's a staple in Commander. Everyone wants it. Everyone needs it. It's gonna make your Commander deck better, right? Even like CDH, you know, $20. The top end average for fetch lands is $20. So the reason why it's this one, guess what? How many variants in the fetch lands? How many variants? Oh boy, I'm pretty sure there's probably more, but boom, 10 freaking variants of the fetch lands. 10. There's like Secret Lair, there's like Modern Masters 2017, there's like Zendikar. I'm talking about like the enemies. But the allied one, well, we'll see. Commander Masters might be coming, but check this out, man. 10 variants for the enemy fetch lands. That's why they're landing at $20 average for the hot ones, the Scalding Tarns, the Misty Rainforest, the Verdant Catacombs. So $20, man, and that's why it's different from the others. There's the Cavernous Soul effect, and there's the fetch lands effect, because they're both staple, but at the same time there's more variants. There's like, I don't know, there's like retro foil, there's like the etch, the extended foil, there's like the Secret Lair, there's like the foil and non-foil. It's ridiculous. It's like it's way too many. So now we move on to the staples. Let's erase this. All right. This is fun. I kind of want to do more of this. I found this in a trash can, this whiteboard. So I kind of like want to use it, you know. Trash can, right? I'm gonna keep that liquid because that's an important word. That's an important word for the Mtgfinance 2023. Okay, liquid. Gotta stay liquid. So now we move on to the next one. Would be, let's see, reserve list. Oh boy. Oh boy. Anger. Let's talk about reserve list. Reserved list. Oh boy. The never-ending topic of reserve list. So, if you guys ask me, like I said, Mtgfinance 2023, what about reserve list, man? What about reserve list? I'm going to give you guys an example, okay? This is in my store. This is in my Tcgplayer right now. Right this second. It's available in my Tcgplayer store. Okay, Anger Collections, by the way. I got a shameless plug, I don't know if you guys can see this, but check this card out. Okay, Anvil of Bogarden. I think I have 3 or 4. I have 2. I have 2 Anvil of Bogarden. I didn't look up the price in it, but reserve list, right? Very, very powerful reserve list card. But it's not moving. It's not moving. The price is, it's not TCG lowers. I'm not like giving it away, right? It's kind of just average out in like market price and TCG low, but a freaking reserve list card, right? Oh, check this one out. This one is good. This one is good. We're talking about a lot of artifacts today, eh? Alright. This one is good. This one is a better one. A better example of reserve list. Where is that card? Did I sell that card already? No. I'm pretty sure it's still here. It's a very powerful one if you guys love artifacts. And check this one out. Boom. Alright. Metal freaking worker. 100, 150, right? Metal worker, reserve list, very powerful reserve list, and it's not selling in Mtgfinance 2023, right? Benson, I like this style of show. It's like you're a professor. I can dig in. Appreciate it, man. Like I said, had to look like a professional, you know. That's why I had I rented this suit for like $1 so I can look professional. So at least I would look like I know what I'm talking about, right? So I got this. I got this in a trash can, and then I rented out this pen so I can, write things. But yeah, reservist cards, very very powerful, and I mean, what else can you talk about reservists? They're not selling. The reason why they're not selling is because reservists is heavily relying on commander. Boom. They're relying on commander. Too much, way too much. There's a new set. Almost all the set that's coming out right now is commander centric, right? All the sets that's coming out is heavily towards commander. And if those cards on those new sets that's coming out are like those metal worker, if there's like an artifact heavy, remember when Urza came out, all the artifacts kind of just went to the moon. So think about it. Reservists in 2023 Mtgfinance relies on commander. That's it. That's why those cards are still there. I listed those cards pretty much months and months ago. Oh, you know what? If you guys want to see more of reservist cards, check this out. Too powerful. This is too powerful. Look at this. All-time favorite. Check this one. Yawgmoth's Will. Check this one. It's signed. Holy moly! It's signed. Ron Spencer. Check this one. Boom. Ron Spencer. Yawgmoth's Will. Not selling. Not selling. It's been on my Tcgplayer store and it's not selling. But because you know what? If it's not hot in Commander, it ain't going to sell, man. It ain't going to sell the reserve list. So I'm not saying don't buy reserve list. I'm not saying that reserve list is totally dead. I'm just saying that almost every card right now. So now we're gonna move. I'm gonna add with the reserve list is the standard cards, modern cards, pioneer cards. So all of these cards, basically every single card in Magic relies on commander in Mtgfinance 2023. Like I said, been over a year selling on Tcgplayer, and I know what moves, man. I know what moves, what players are buying. You guys saw the cards, man. And check this one out. I have not listed this on my Tcgplayer because there's no reason for me to leave. This card is not gonna move. Look at this. You got Wheel of Fortune revised, basically near mint. You got Transmute Artifact, Power Artifact, Force of Will. You got Mana Drain OG. You got, oh boy, Gilded Drake. You got Imperial Seal, Mana Vault Unlimited. There's no point of listing these because they're not gonna move. I'm not gonna list them as TCG low, you know. It works. Keep at it. Reserves isn't moving because it's too heavy with staples, dual ends. Yeah, and I don't know if you guys been following me. I sold. I have. Oh boy. I had. Past tense. I had 80 dual lands. Holy moly. I had 80. Meaning I have 8 of every single dual land. Revised. I sold. Went to live stream. I graded all 80 and I kept 40. I sold 40 of my worst dual lands and I kept 40. So I have a complete set, a play set of everything. So I sold 40 and kept 40 dual lands. And the buyer so happy because that's gonna be the 40 is gonna be what's all you need. Once you have the 40, I mean you're set, Unless you're crazy than me that I collected all 80. But at the same time, reserve list, dual lands, staple. They're always gonna be what? Liquid. They're always gonna be liquid. So that is very important word for MTG Finance 2023. You gotta stay liquid. Alright, so now we talked about this being relying on Commander. I'm gonna add this, the standard, modern, and pioneer cards is heavily, oh boy, relying on, just like before, big tournaments. And hopefully, we go back. We just had the big Pro Tour, right? Congrats on the winner of the first Pro Tour. These cards, all the standard, all the modern, all the pioneer cards, heavily, boom, big tournaments. So if you're buying in your mass box open, definitely not recommended on mass box opening nowadays. But if you're opening products for singles, if you're trying to enjoy the set and just pull the amazing serialized cards, more on that serialized cards. The value of those cards rely on, like we talked about a while ago, Commander and these big tournaments. I just bought this one right here. I'm gonna show you guys. I bought this one yesterday. There was a guy that's selling a couple cards. Very beautiful. Check this one. It's a Sheldred the Apocalypse. I guess it's a standard, right? Sheldred the Apocalypse. This is the what is this? The promo pack foil. Oh, beautiful, beautiful foil. It's crazy. It's beautiful. And you know what? How much is this? $70 for a standard card. And why is that? You ask me, why is a standard card $70? Well, that variant is actually harder to get because it's the promo pack, right? But why is that $70? Number one, most definitely, it's a staple. It's a freaking staple in where? Multiple formats. Staple in multiple formats. That's why it's $70. I was like, holy moly, this thing is like $70? That's actually in my Tcgplayer store if you guys need that one. But standard, modern cards, and pioneer, heavily in big tournaments. And hopefully, we go back at these big tournaments, big Pro Tour, so that even if you played standard, you played modern, you played pioneer, and then you spent, the average deck nowadays in standard is like what, $400, and then in modern it's probably like $1,000, and then pioneer is probably the same. You still can get your money back even if you played in these formats because of these big tournaments. Like you're talking about Ledger Shredder or like what is it, Thoughtseize. These are like highly played singles in these formats. So like I said again, liquid. If you're staying active in the market, that's the goal. You have to stay active and you have to stay liquid. If you want to collect all of these cards, you got to look at, is the card staple? Is the card liquid? And same thing with, you know, the whole 3 to 5 years holding it. That's the same thing as like being active and staying in the market. So liquid, staple, and then active. So now we move on. Kind of like this one though. I don't know if you guys like this kind of thing. This is like my first time of doing this, and I hope I don't look like stupid. Even though like with the whole suit thing, you know, I gotta be prepared for it, right? So the next one in Mtgfinance 2023. Oh boy, you guys gonna like this. Special variants. Oh man, special variants. Woo boy. Is that the right one? All right, special variants. Boom. So we talk about players. We talk about collectors. Collectors. There's like different kind of it. Players, collectors, and then investors, right? Boom. Investors. So now we talk about special variants because everything's special now, right? Everything's is freaking special. You have like multiple variants. You got like a crazy amount of like serialized cards now that everyone's hunting in what March of the Machines. So special variants. Now we talked about the liquidity, active, and staple. So the thing with special variants is what's good at this is like, let's talk about sealed and singles. Sealed and singles. Alright, sealed and singles, special variants. So if you stay active in the market, right? Mtgfinance, which one has like the first serialized cards? The Brothers War, right? The sealed boxes of the Brothers War, Bro War, there you go, Bro War, the sealed of that long term, those special serialized cards, and not to mention the staples, singles, not so much, right? Staples, singles, serialized cards in Brothers War. The sealed will always have value. The singles will always have value as long as you stay in the market. They will always have liquidity no matter what, especially if they're a staple. I'm trying to connect everything, right? I'm trying to connect all of them because it's very important. The special variants. And I'm leaning towards more on like the serialized cards because like I said, this is like the very first you know, I think the very first year, right, that we had like serialized cards. So special variants, serialized cards are definitely staples, always going to be liquid, and then singles that are staples, they're always going to be liquid. And then the sealed as well, the sealed long term, as long as you stay active and you just don't, you know, like sell out all your investment or your hoarding, you know, you have the closet investing silk boxes. Those sets, let's put Mom over here. let's put mom because they have serialized cards, and then who knows that some of the new sets that's coming up, there's gonna be more serialized cards. Yeah, they're gonna be they're gonna be special long term if you as long as you keep and staying active in the market because serialized cards. I mean, it's here. Serialized cards is here. There's no going back. They're gonna move forward. Watsy is just gonna blast through probably serialized cards, Force of Will, and then Jeweled Lotus. You know, we're gonna have it. We're gonna have it. And then I want to add on the special variants is definitely all the crazy shenanigans that they have been printing. Um, Definitely all the extended arts, all the textured, all of I don't know, etched cards, all of the gilded foils, all of the expedition, you know, invocation, shit, I don't know. There's so many of them. The thing, if you have them, it's not the end of the world, even if they get reprinted. We talked about a while ago about the Cavern of Soul effect. Cavern of Soul has 7 reprints, 7 variants, and it's still $40 to $50 average. Um, Besides the Tarmogoyf and Liliana of the Veil that has 8 variants and it's like $20 because those cards they're not staple in Commander. In that case, they're not as liquid as Cavern of Souls. So it's the same thing with all the special variants, you know, the etch, the gilded foils, the expeditions, all of that. As long as they stay staple in Commander and everyone likes collecting and like laying out their decks on like this etch. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna show you guys something. See, I think I still have this in my inventory. Shameless plug if you guys need it. This is very, very special. I actually prefer this variant because it's so beautiful, man. It's so beautiful, and there's no reason. There's a reason why Dockside Distortionist Etch is more expensive than the the borderless. Imperial Seal Etch so beautiful. Check this one out, man. I think I have like 2 of them. I think I still have 2. Yep, I still have 2. This is available in my Tcgplayer store. I still have 2 of them. Imperial Seal. So the thing with that is a very powerful card. It's a staple. It's a staple in Commander, specifically CEDH. And they are liquid. I used to have like 3 of them. I sold 1 recently. They're stable even if they get reprinted. Obviously, if they get printed on Commander Masters, they're gonna dip. But at the same time, the key in Mtgfinance moving forward, in my opinion, this is all like fancy. It's all in my head. Not financial advice. In my opinion, moving forward, since all of this reprints, special everything, these are the words. The keywords is you gotta stay liquid, you gotta stay active in the market, and you gotta look at the staples, specifically Commander format. All right. Let's see. So that's basically the whole thing with Mtgfinance nowadays, because what I notice every time I pack orders every morning, all the cards that's been selling is specifically leaning towards more on everything Commander. Literally everything Commander. So what we learned today, I guess what I learned today, I hope you guys learned something too with all of my shenanigans, is you gotta stay active in the market, all of the news active in the market. In the market, you gotta stay active, man. All the what's hot, what's new, what's the new commander, what got leaked, you know, like it's crazy. All of it, all the new cards that's coming out, you gotta stay active in the market. And then next is you gotta look at staples. Everything staples is important. Staples specifically in Commander, because these are always going to be hot no matter what. You know, you can't have like, you know, like you can have like 1,000 soul ring, you know, 1,000 arcane signets, you know, mind stone. I mean, it's gonna take a while to sell it, but at the same time, they're going to sell. So you gotta look at the staples, and then another thing is going to be look at the liquidity. The liquidity, you gotta stay liquid, man. The liquidity of all your cards, and this all ties in one thing, man. Liquidity, all cards, all cards. So if your cards is a staple and it's like viable in Commander, then even though they get reprinted, they're still gonna be, you know, you're still gonna have value to them. So, and then also, I want to add reserve list is not dead. You know, reserve list is not dead. It's still there. It's not gonna go away. I mean, it's freaking. They can't do anything about the reserve list. Reserve list is the same thing as this. Heavily rely on Commander. Boom. So it's okay to collect all of these heavy played, light played, you know. If you look at reserve list, always look at the cards that can be staple. We're talking about the Cavernous Soul Effect, all the tribal cards, all the lands, all, you know. As long as you look at these and you stay active in the market, I think you'll be fine on all of your investment in like reserve list. Okay, so reserve list is not dead. It's just it's leaning towards more heavily on what's going on with Commander EDH. Boom. All right. So I think I covered everything, and I don't know if you guys have any questions to me, because I think Mtgfinance is more about the staples. No one's hoarding boxes right now. Sealed boxes, I don't think anyone is like collecting those. But a lot of people are buying. What are they buying today? Singles. Everyone is buying a lot of singles. Even if like those special variants, right? They're buying the singles. They're buying what they want. What they want. They're buying what they want. What they want. Doesn't matter if it's like a card for their decks or a card for, you know, for their collection. If you guys can see these ones right here, we gotta throw in that. These are the Strixhaven. What is this? The Japanese foil. Yeah, the Japanese foil complete set. So my favorite, boom, there you go, Demonic Tutor. There's a reason why I collect. I have an etched version over there on the other side. There's a reason why I collect every single one, because I just like the art. So there's gonna be, if I'm doing this, there's gonna be thousands of you guys doing that as well, and they're probably collecting all the inventions, all the expeditions. So there are a lot of players, collectors, investors nowadays. They're tied up in money and they're only buying what they want. Boom, what they want, and it's specifically singles. And to be honest, it's actually a great time to buy right now, because most of the cards that are staple, you know, they got reprinted like so many times already, like fetch lands, you know. And I want to move on really quick because I know I want to touch base on this really quick because it's still considered MTG Finance, and that is going to be. I don't have any available of this. I'm not like an expert on this field, um, but definitely graded cards. Oh, what did I start with S? Graded cards of Magic. Graded. Graded. No matter if it's like a PSA or a BGS or CGC or CGC, SGC, and any three-letter word, three-letter word grading company. Well, I guess the PSA and then BGS. Actually, these four are like I hear more of them like a lot. You know, SGC is like the black tuxedo. You know, the CGC is kind of like a new thing. When like around 2020, they blew up, but they a lot of people say that they grade really hard. So you got SGC, you got I don't know, PSA is still on the top. I don't know what's wrong with BGS right now, but a lot of people are complaining with the BGS with how they grade nowadays. But graded cards in MTG Finance 2023. Like I said, I'm not an expert in this field with the graded cards, but from what I can see in like the YouTube, everyone's posting. I think there's a market for these, but I don't think in the year 2020, I think it's like these cards went off, the graded cards, and then now I think, like I said, as far as Magic, right? Magic is a play. You know, it's a playable card, man. You gotta be. It has to be a playable card. You can't play cards if they're like graded. So the graded cards is leaning towards more on vintage and collectors. Basically, collectors, investors that wants to get their card graded. Especially if they're like high-end reservist card, you know, you got like Juzang de Jing. So you got the collectors and then investors that wants to get their card graded. If especially if they're reservists too, playable reservists, all of that stuff. This market right here. We talked about vintage. Vintage is not really like, you know, they're way down right now, man. Like I said, they're way down. I mean, that's included reserveless cards, but they're way down right now. So if you have graded cards, like I said, I mean, if you start collecting these and then if you have this, basically, you know, you have these because like, you know, you want to collect and invest in them. So you know, you're active in that kind of in that field of the graded cards. But like I said, nowadays MTG Finance 2023 is really all about Commander, and everyone is buying singles nowadays. Everyone is buying singles. No one is really hoarding a lot of these sealed boxes. Mass box opening a lot of, you know, these new sets. Really, you know, almost all the stores I know, they just want to like get rid of their boxes, honestly, even if it's like, I don't know, like on the low look. But like nowadays, like I said, MTG Finance this year, it's all about playable Commander and singles, and that's basically it. I don't know if I forget anything on my notes here, but yep, that is it for today. I don't know if you guys enjoyed this type of video. Like I said, this is like my first time doing it. I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of shenanigans. Like I said, all of this All of this, not financial advice. I'm just a guy over here just trying to make use of time. I gotta do these anyway because I like talking. Because you know, if you're working by yourself, you know, sometimes you know it's you gotta talk sometimes, right? And I think this is like the means of like actually talking. You know, maybe like 1 hour of just talking. I can't be just like all can't be just all sorting all of these cards, right? And not talk anything. So yeah, I think live stream will probably be my best bet because I can interact well with you guys. So that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys enjoy. If you guys made this far in the video, put in the hashtag Warhammer Tyranid. Warhammer Tyranid. Boom. We're almost at the 1250 subscribers. We're gonna give that away, that sealed commander deck. And yeah, like and subscribe. Subscribe, like and sub, right? So that's it, guys. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. So